Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Peyton. It is nice to meet you. It is nice to see you. Thank you guys for joining me. Today is our first official episode since we quote-unquote completed Happy Home Paradise. But as I said in my previous video, I am planning on making a vacation home for every single villager in this game. Yes, even the ugly ones, okay? Even the ugly ones. And today, I mean, no one's ugly. Everyone's beautiful, okay? Today is a very exciting day because we're making a home for one of my favorite villagers. And not only that, but we're doing another roommate build. So, I moved Ribbot here, honestly, a little bit ago. To be honest, I moved him here, and then I did a couple other homes that you'll see after this. I moved him here because he was living on my island, but didn't fit my current theme that I'm working on. But I really like him, and I didn't want to get rid of him and send him into the void. So I moved him here with the idea that I was going to make him be roommates with Cephalobot, which is so funny because I was planning on using his amiibo for this video, but Cephalobot just happened to be on the beach this day, which was like kind of ironic. But yeah, I found Cephalobot on the beach a month or so ago, and I said in my voiceover for that video, I was like, oh, maybe I'll make him roommates with Ribbot, but I don't know, I really like Ribbot. Maybe I should give him his own home and make it special. I decided I think they would be adorable roommates and their home can still be special together, and that is what we're doing today. No shock here. Ribbot's roommate. It's Cephalobot, okay? Blanche, I'm sure you would have been great. Pashmina, I'm sure you would have been great, but come on. All right? We're on a mission. I know I'm not the only person to have done this. I didn't invent this combo. It's just a natural combo. This is like the same thing when I did a home for Chai and Tia. Like, okay. Lots of people have done this, and that's fine, and you can come for me. Maybe I'm not original, but come on. Look at these two Robo boys together. You cannot tell me this is not the most perfect pair and that they are not the cutest little robot amphibians, right? Yeah. No. Ribbot is an amphibian, and Cephalobot is a aquatic animal. So, never mind. Not amphibians. You know what I mean. Anyway. Roommates! Yay, yay, yay. Here we are. Look at Pietro dancing in the back. Walker doing some yoga. I'm always like subtly distracted. At this point, we've gone through enough of these realistic consultations that I hardly pay attention, to be honest. Just get to the good stuff. For Ribbot's original home, which I did not decorate at all, I threw like a car here and then I threw like his required items inside. I decided to pick this rock because, well, to be honest, I don't know why. It just feels like a place a robot might live. I don't know if I really picture Ribbot and Cephalobot living in like Cherry Blossom Land, but you know, maybe they do. There's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, here we are switching into time-lapse mode. So here was the vibe. I had an idea, I had a vision for this one. Robot workshop. Easy. I've seen a lot of people do a home for Ribbot and Cephalobot, and a lot of people do like a space type theme, which I think is super, super cool, but I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different. On my past island, which was a city core island, when I had Ribbot, he had arguably the best yard because it was a robot workshop, and I kind of wanted to give that vibe, but make it better. And that is what we're doing here today. We're having a full-on robot assembly line, and I love all of these machines. Like the one with the arm, it's just so right. Like it feels like it's picking up the robots, kind of. I don't know, I like it. I really like the future tech wall and floor combo. I think it's super fun. I decided to go with well, it's mostly like black and gray, but there's this fun like pop of color going on because I didn't want it to be too dark and scary. This is definitely a very different build for me. If you have seen my other videos, you would know this is like very different for me. I've never kind of done a build like this. And that's what makes it exciting, but you know, I wanted to keep it a little bit bright still, even though it was a little bit of a darker build for me. Now, for the room, the main things I wanted to prioritize are the whole servers in the back, I thought was cool, and then having the assembly line for the robots, and then I wanted to have a desk space that both Cephalobot and Ribbot could work at. Originally, I was going to do 2 desks on either side, but then I thought it might be cute to just picture them at the same little desk together. And to combat the use of space, or the amount of space I had, I decided how fun would it be if they had like a giant robot, and he was like their work of art, and he was on display. I don't know. I thought that was kind of fun. Like, he is their their masterpiece, and now all of these little robots are just like, you know, they're special too, but they're not like the big one, you know. Then here we are adding lots of these neon lights to the wall. I love these. I feel like I always max out the amount of items I could put in a room when I use these though, and I don't really care. I also love the X's right next to the robot. It's almost like something's malfunctioning and going wrong. Same thing with these two like big red button. Well, there's a red and a green button. I feel like they're a little ominous, like these big buttons, like, oh my god, are we stopping the whole factory? Like, oh my goodness. Anyway, here is the whole downstairs of our robot factory. I absolutely love how this turned out. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. This was a little different for me, okay? It's not cottagey, it's not pink and cute. This is robot sci-fi fantasy, and I absolutely love it. This is why I love this game. It makes you do builds you might never do on your actual island, because I'm not sure if I would ever do a build like this. Maybe I will. I had a lot of fun with this. Maybe I will. Anyway, moving on to upstairs. Now, upstairs, as always, I kind of try and do, like, some kind of special thing downstairs, either a small business or, you know, a robot factory. I guess that's a small business too. Maybe they sell the robots, who knows? Maybe they just make them take over the world. And then upstairs, I like to have a more homey kind of space. So I knew for Cephalobot and Ribbot, I wanted to keep it very like metal and dark, but also, you know, make it their home. Originally, my idea here was to do two little tiny like almost like little dorm bunks. Like I kind of do this thing when I do roommate builds where I kind of always think of it like a college dorm room, and normally I don't separate the two into bedrooms. I feel like I've only done that once. This time I kind of pictured it like we're in a dorm, but everyone has a single, so we have like tiny bedrooms. So I struggled at first with where I wanted to place the two bedrooms. You'll see for a while I have them right at the front, and I kind of make like a little enclosed bedroom space for both of them in the front, but you'll see it's very blocky, so I end up moving it. So if you're in love with how it looks, don't be, because it changes. But I wanted to also make a little bit of a hallway moment, because I have not ever done that, and I got inspired by visiting some of your guys' RAs on some of the streams, and I've seen more people do like hallways down the center, so I thought that was kind of fun, and that's something I wanted to try here. I also don't know why exactly I decided to make them set in the city. I guess just robots feel like a city to me. I don't know if I like think that the farm kind of outdoorsy wallpaper would work here, but you know. We're keeping their bedrooms very simple and very the same, to be honest. They're the same furniture items in different colors. In my head, the green is for Ribbot and the blue is for Cephalobot, because I don't know, frogs are usually green and Cephalobot ocean blue. Yeah, color palettes, it all makes sense, right? Of course, they have epic little gaming desks. You know, how could they not? They have a better setup than me, honestly, and I'm okay with it. As you can see here, I'm finally moving the bedrooms to the back, and I think it helps the space a lot, because even though I like the idea of having these small little closed-in square tiny rooms, I feel like it's a little bit overwhelming to have that when you first walk in, you know? But anyway, at this point I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the front of the space. You'll see I play around with perhaps doing a kitchen. I think maybe I was thinking like New York City penthouse loft. Maybe we have like a ginormous kitchen counter moment? Yeah, okay, cool. Moment. And then I kind of, you know, realized after playing with it for a while that they are robots, and I feel like the appearance of food items just feels weird. So I was a little torn about that. You'll see I play around with that, but I decided to make this whole little back section a little living room moment. I think that's kind of nice to have the couch like right up against the window. I don't know, and it kind of just feels cute and cozy. Like they're just, do you guys think they have movie nights? I feel like they have movie nights together. Do you think they watch robot movies exclusively? If so, what do you think their favorite robot movie is? I'm curious. Here we are, my failed kitchen attempt. I just, you know, I don't know what it is with me and a kitchenette, but I just always feel the need to give them a kitchenette. But I don't know. I thought about also doing like a funny kitchen, like maybe making it look like a regular kitchen, but then instead of food, putting like metal items. But I thought that would, I don't know. I didn't think I could pull it off, so we abandoned it. Instead, what we did was do one side, have a little workbench type thing, which you could see me doing over here. And to be honest, as I'm doing this voiceover, I cannot recall what we put on the other side, but I guess we'll find out together here. Oh yes, I do remember. Okay. I'm so professional. So, Cephalobot is not a jock. Ribbot is. In my head, they're both kind of jocks, right? So, you know, they're robots. They're like hardcore. I feel like they needed a little workout spot. I also really liked color coding their protein powders. I thought that was kind of nice. And even though we're not doing a full kitchen, I thought having a nice little table for them to sit at was nice. And I guess in my head they can't eat regular food, but for some reason they could eat like spicy Cheetos, so that's why they're on the table. You know, it's kind of like a bro moment. I feel like this is a very like bro thing, like a bro apartment, like a cool, I don't know, what am I saying? The voiceover is unhinged. Yeah, I also like this magazine rack. Again, I don't know what magazines they're reading. How to Take Over the World 101, maybe, I don't know. And then I was playing around with lighting. Like downstairs, I felt like the lighting just needed to be dark, you know? It just needed to be dark. This is not a fun, well, it's fun, but it's not like a bright and very colorful build. Even though we have our nice little pops of greens and blue, at the end of the day, we are making a very robotic metal space, so like, you know, makes sense. I also wanted to bring back the neon lights, but rather than use them all over, I kind of decided to just put them in the little bedroom spaces. I kind of thought that would accentuate them just a little bit, you know? And then as you can see, I hit my max items on this room again, and you know what? It's fine. We changed the lighting, and look at it. We put some robots back there, like those ones are the display, you know? Cute little items everywhere, and there we have it. This is Ribbot and Cephalobot's upstairs. Amazing. Futuristic. Robots have taken over the earth, or at least this city apartment, and I absolutely love it. I feel like it came out so nice. I love their tiny little bedrooms. I love their little protein powder corner. I love their little workbench, and I certainly love their movie night couch. Anyway, now we are moving to outside. I, of course, knew that we were going to keep it, well, not keep it, but make it dark outside. I debated putting it in winter for a second, but then I decided that I didn't really like how the snow looked because it wasn't going to hit anything else because we are on a full rock and I can't plant trees here. So I decided to kind of just keep it dark and very robot factory, you know? Like, I didn't use these gears, the big gears inside at least, and I really wanted to, but I feel like they took up a lot of room. But I feel like outside they absolutely work. I kind of like having this bench here as well. Like, I don't know who's coming to visit the robot factory, but maybe you are. Maybe you are. I don't know what's in this tank, but there's something there. I don't know who's driving this car, but in my head it just works. Guys, this was out of my comfort zone. I struggled a little bit, honestly, with this exterior, especially with the fact that I couldn't put paths down. I was like, oh, well, you could put custom paths, but I feel like it's a little tricky on a rock, you know? Then we're just decorating the space with some documents and as well as these wires. I love the wires. I think the wires are so fun, and they just like fill up the space very well. And, you know, there we go. This is the exterior. So now you've seen all 3 rooms, and yeah, I feel like we're very robot-y. You guys will have to let me know who you like better. Do you like Ribbot? Do you like Cephalobot? Do you like Sprocket? Who do we like? Who's the best robot, you know? And here we are. We are absolutely finished. Let's get into montage mode. Watch our robot boys make some other robots together, you know? I'm glad that Ribbot finally got his home. He's been living on Happy Home Island for so long with an empty home. So I'm glad I finally got to, you know, put it together. I think I very much so appropriately titled this one Robo Roomies Factory? Robot Factory? What did I call it? Yeah, Robo Roomies Factory. You know it's a robot factory. Is it kind of like they're making their children? Anyway, I don't know. Here's the montage. And there you guys have it. I love this. I think this was so much fun. This was so different for me. I certainly have not done a build like this, but I certainly will do some more. This was just so much fun, and I'm really glad that I got to give Ribbot a home. He was my #1 dreamie for my city core island, and when I found him, I was so happy to have him, and I was so glad to have him live on my island, so it was really good to be able to make him a beautiful home. Also, I did not realize that the robots moved. So I saw one of the robots moving in the montage, and I was like, wait, you're kidding. So here I am just playing around with them, and then yeah, that's where we're going to end today's video. As always, please let me know what you thought about today's build down below, and let me know who is your favorite robot villager, or what species needs a robot. I feel like we need a robo dog. Why don't we have a robo dog or like a robo cat? Please let me know. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel for more Animal Crossing and more Happy Home Paradise videos and streams. I stream twice a week and I post 2 videos a week. That's 4 pieces of content every single week. So I feel like, you know, subscribing might be a cool option, and like click the bell if you want to be notified. Anyway, blah, 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 all the YouTube stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.